there was supposed to be an Iowa Trump rally. It was gonna be this big thing. People traveled from all over the place. It didn't happen though. But despite that, Ron DeSantis was in the state and he continued campaigning, and that has led to some dramas. According to the New York Times, after headlining 2 successful political events in Iowa, Mr. DeSantis made an unscheduled stop in Des Moines, a move aimed at highlighting the fact that Mr. Trump had abruptly postponed a planned Saturday evening rally in the area because of reports of possible severe weather. There was talks about storms and possibly tornadoes, so he called it off. It was too dangerous or whatever, except that either wasn't true or it was exaggerated, or at least it didn't happen because tons of Trump fans still went and DeSantis did. His allies put out statements about the beautiful weather, and they consider it to be him kicking sand in the face of Trump because Trump is too scared to go, but DeSantis is the big man. He's willing to fly in or whatever. And then once he got there, actually, this was in Sioux City, he puts out this statement saying, "We must reject the culture of losing that has infected our party in recent years. If we get distracted, if we focus the election on the past or on other side issues, then I think the Democrats are gonna beat us again. And I think it'll be very difficult to recover from that debate or that defeat." So that is about as aggressive as DeSantis has been, saying that Trump is not only a loser, but he's contributed to the Republicans thinking like losers. And so Trump has responded, saying that Ron is not a winner. But then he gets into a theory that makes the monster cans are satanic argument seem reasonable by comparison. I want you to try to figure out what he is saying here. Here's what the message says: Rob DeSanctimonious and his poll numbers are dropping like a rock. I would almost be inclined to say these are record falls. The question is Rob, in quotation marks, just young, inexperienced, and naive, or more troubling, is he a fool who has no idea what he's doing? We already have one of those in office. We don't need another one. MAGA. So he calls him Rob DeSanctimonious. But then, and this is what makes it amazing. If he just called him Rob, okay, he's calling him Rob, it's an insult or whatever. But then he put the Rob in quotation marks like he's questioning whether his name is really Rob, which it isn't. He just made that up. Ron DeSantis has never claimed his name is Rob. So why the quotation marks? It's like he made a mistake and made up in his head that his name is actually Rob for Ron. And now he doesn't trust it entirely because he's got some sort of brain malfunction. And so he's now suspicious of the name he just came up with. He's the former president of the United States. I don't know what's going on. What do you think?
No, I think it's incredible that Joe Biden, he is old, he is a father time old, right? But like every day, Trump puts out statements like this that you're like, what? Old man in rocker who's clearly senile, okay? And we all just pretend, and especially Republicans, that he's completely fine to be their front runner candidate. Like, Rob, are you know his name's not Rob? Is this a joke? What meme can we reference to understand you better? It is so scary. Like, there's nothing scarier. Yes, 2 very, very old men running for the presidency is scary. Now, one of them is a mealy-mouthed centrist. Okay, the other is a crypto fascist or neo-fascist or just open fascist. Like the other one, like had Mein Kampf on his bedstand. Who are we going with here? You know what I'm saying? Like this is, again, like Trump is so envious of Putin. You know how Putin, everyone's like, ooh, like all his advisors, like it's not good, guys. It's actually really, really bad. His finger is on the button, and like that's where we're headed. And now, oh my God, we have a lot of time to talk about the 2024 election, but
yeah.
If you think Trump was scary in 2016, Trump with more senility is absolutely terrifying. There was something else
Trump
I wanted to
with
say.
More holes in his brain.
Yes.
What's that?
Where we started out with this story. The weather stuff. Okay. I love that we're gonna get to a point in climate chaos and Republican denialism and sort of like, like whatever, chest pumping, I don't know how to do it. And chest puffing that like, you're gonna have Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump vying for who can do a a rally in the middle of a hurricane in Florida and be like, this is for all, like, against the woke weather, and like that's truly where they're gonna be, in the middle of a hurricane to a crowd saying that climate change doesn't exist. Like that's where we're headed.
I want a debate on a dock as the water is rising up and they're refusing to admit that the ocean is rising until they eventually just go under. I would love to see that.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.